Hello everyone, welcome back to the gaming table. What we've got today I think is something pretty exciting. This is the Atlantic Convoy battle set from Topside Minis. Very excited to show you. We opened this set a little while ago, just kind of the unboxing, but I have finally got it all assembled, and what I want to do is go down the order of battle and show you what's included, just to give you an idea of the great value that you get in this. Now, I'm going to follow the list here that comes with it. This kind of gives us, our inventory, if you will. And I've tried to organize the vessels as best I could. Now, the other thing too is, again, new to this, so exactly what are some of the ship types? Not entirely sure, so I apologize for that lack of the technical understanding. However, what is definitely not something in question is how great these look. So what we're going to do is bring on first, these are R151s. Now, after playing a little bit of War Thunder, and they have a ship mode, I've kind of coming to know that a lot of these are either like I don't want to say speedboats, but they're like torpedo boats, and slowly moving up your way towards destroyers, small destroyers. And I think these are probably in the class of the destroyer here, and these are two German ones. Let's zoom in so you can take a peek here. So you get R151 and R152 here. There you go, just to show you how great those look. So that's the first two things that come on the Atlantic Convoy battle set. Alright, next it's got the small boat. Now the German fleet that comes with this has quite an extensive amount of the smaller boats, like the torpedo boats is how I envision them being. And they are quick, and you get about 8 of those. And again, they look pretty good. And what I like is some of them share very similar artwork, but then some of them are a little bit different. So you're not always just looking at copy-paste of the ships. They have a little bit differences between a couple types of them. But again, I think they look really good. And these are small, so if you're wanting to do these nice kind of shore patrol battles and things like that, I think these will work out great. You can fit a lot of these on the table, and they just zip around. It's pretty fun. Again, it depends on your rule set, but when you're playing a rule set and these things can move like 12 inches, they're just moving very quickly around the table. Alright, so there you go. We got some S ships. Next, it wouldn't be much of a convoy battle if we didn't have submarines. Now, these are getting a little bit bigger as far as the mini or Topside Mini. Zoom in a little bit more. So you've got some Type 7Cs. So there's a U224, U262, U454, U264, U184, and a U521. So we've got 4 of the Type 7C. We have one Type 9C 40, and then one Type 9C. And they have different art depending on the model. So all of the 7Cs kind of have the similar art, but then the Type 9C / 40 and the Type C, they have different art. So again, there's subtleties there, so it's not just always the same looking vessel. So I've always appreciated that little bit of work they did just to kind of separate some of these out. And again, these are a little bit bigger, so table space, I know I hear a lot in the comments about table space, but these aren't so big that you still can't field a lot of these out there. And for a nice convoy battle, I think it fits on a pretty good sized table just fine. And they look great. So there you go, you get some submarines, 6 of them. Next here, it has quite a list of the merchants. Wow, let's bring those in. Now these are the biggest that come in the set, also the most of them, because, well, if you're going to do some convoys, you're going to have some convoy ships. There we go. Perfect. Now we've got Greek that we have. 3 from Greece. I won't even pretend to try and pronounce their names because I know I'll get them wrong. We get 3 Greek merchant ships. Then we had, which ones were these? These were Iceland. Let's see. Iceland, you get 2 from Iceland right there. There was 1 from the United States and then 4 from Norway. And again, I just, well, a couple of them share similar artwork, but there's enough differences that, you know, I don't know, I thought that was just a really nice thing. I've seen ship models like this before in other products where they're just like, you know, paper print, you had to do all the work yourself, and it's just pretty much kind of the same ship, copy pasted, they just changed the name. So I thought it was really nice, again, that they have gone to the trouble of at least mixing up the designs a little bit, so you're not just looking at the same ship repeated over and over. But there you go, we have 3, 5, 9, 10 merchant vessels. So you gotta have that, otherwise there's not much of a convoy battle if there's no convoy. So we'll move the convoy off to the side. Then we'll see, so far we looked at the German combat ships that you get. We looked at the merchant people. So let's take a moment now to look at some of the British ships that you're going to get here, because you got to have something to try and defend those convoys. So these are Corvettes. So my understanding is that Corvettes are a little bit smaller than frigates, and frigates are a little bit smaller than cruisers, somewhere in there. So again, fairly quick ships, armed enough that they can take out the smaller destroyers and the small torpedo boats and still zip around the board. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Oop, that's an unzoom. Alright, now these do happen to have the similar artwork, so if that is a concern, sorry, but I still think the design they chose for it is really nice. So again, you get 7 of these Corvettes to zip around. Wonderful. Let's just move those off to the side. And then you've got the British, possibly like destroyers or torpedo boats. They're MTBs, so that made me think of those torpedo boats. And they got a couple different classes there. We'll just zoom in maybe a little bit, take a peek here. Keep zooming the wrong way. Awesome. There you go. And you get 5 of those. I'm just guessing in my head. I didn't actually look to read what it, but like it makes me think of a motor torpedo boat, but it probably has something much more official sounding than that. But again, just showing you, there's quite a bit of ships that come in this set that you could actually play entire campaigns, convoy campaigns, or you know, however your rule sets are. This gives you a lot of hardware to play with. So again, when you're looking here at the order of battle that it comes with, it's a full sheet. Well, can't see that if I'm zoomed in all the way, but it's a full sheet and goes onto the back side. So that's, without doing the math, at least a bunch of ships without counting them out. But you might be asking yourself, okay, what does that cost? Well, let's pull some of this out here so you can just kind of visually see what comes in a set. Boom. So the MTBs, you got some Corvettes, you're going to get your submarines, you're going to get German S-boats, speed boats, you're going to get some R-boats, and of course, if you're going to have convoy, you got to have something that's in the convoy. And that doesn't even show all of them on the camera. Just put it all together for you. Nice screenshot of what's laid out. $11.50. That was the current pricing from their website, and that was US dollars. And you get all of this, and that's going to give you plenty to start your naval warfare experience. Again, I think this is perfect for either doing small-scale shore-type battles, or if you want to get out and actually do some of the larger kind of convoy operations. This is exactly what that was built for. Now, once you add in some of the other battle sets or some individual ships that you get, Now you could do some of those what ifs. What if Bismarck and the Prince Eugen actually got out into the open Atlantic? What kind of havoc would they cause against a shipping convoy? So just keep that in mind. This is a good place to start, and then from here you can build all kinds of scenarios and campaigns around that. And that's what we're going to take a look at next time, is the Battle Bismarck set, and then see how you could maybe put some of this together to make some nice custom missions and campaigns. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing what comes in Topside Minis, the Atlantic Convoy Battle Set. We'll see you around.